Hello, I'm Father Soney Sebastian, a Divine Word Missionary Priest. Welcome to iGod Today, your daily reflection. Today in the Gospel, we have Jesus curing the servant of a centurion. A centurion was a Roman official under whom there must have been more than 100 soldiers or servants. And that's the reason why he was called a centurion. Now in this passage, this centurion is presented as a very strong believer who had great faith in Jesus. He was a believer in Jesus, and not only just a believer, but he had this complete faith. He was also not just a Jew. He was not a Jew at all, but he was a Gentile. Jesus admires his faith, because when Jesus showed his willingness to go to his house and cure his servant who was ill, the centurion tells him, "Lord, I am not worthy to have you enter under my roof. Only say the word and my servant shall be healed." This was the extent of the faith. He admits that just a word from Jesus can heal his servant, that he does not have to come to his house. And not only that, he even admits that he is unworthy to have the Lord come under his roof. I don't know if you know this. This is the prayer that we regularly always repeat at every Mass before the communion. We admit our unworthiness because we want to let the Lord know that we are unworthy to have Him come into our home, our hearts. The Gospel describes an unexpected level of faith in a Gentile, in the centurion, which even in a way amazes Jesus. Because Jesus says, when Jesus heard this, he was astonished and said to those following him, "In no one in Israel have I found such faith. I tell you that many will come from east and west to take their places with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob at the feast in the kingdom of heaven." So Jesus even admires this, the faith of the centurion, and we know the servant of the centurion gets healed at that very moment. That's what we are told. Whereas, now, we need to think about this kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. The kingdom which Jesus comes to proclaim is for all people, for everyone, everywhere. It is the central message of Christmas. This is not just a time of celebration and for parties, because we are in the season of Advent and we are preparing ourselves to celebrate Christmas. The birth of the Prince of Peace in poverty, in a stable, is a challenge to us to carry on his work among God's children everywhere. Jesus has not failed. It is we who have done so little to carry on what he began. Advent is a time for us to reflect on the real meaning of God coming to live and work among us. And the responsibility of his followers is to carry on the work of making the kingdom a reality for everybody. That is my responsibility. That is your responsibility as well. We need to have faith like that of the centurion, admitting, "Lord, I'm not worthy. You are coming to me, not only in the Eucharist, you are coming to me in the manger. You are the greatest gift that God has given me." Let us acknowledge this and make sure that we receive him. We prepare ourselves to receive him in our hearts, in our homes.